shoot. Oh, shoot. And...
Hi, Ken.
Nobody's going to beat you off.
Beat you off. Yeah, beat you off. Yeah.
You got to beat you off? I'm not going to beat you off. Hey, Chris.
Uh-huh.
You want to see something? You know what this is?
It's a notebook.
Yeah. You know what I keep in my notebook?
Quotes. You got quotes this week, huh?
Yeah, I was able to write. I'm not going to predict. I haven't looked it over yet. So I'm going to be like, I don't know what the handwriting looks like right now, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, hopefully it's not too bad. Because when it happens, when you do clips, I have to go through that, and I have to take out each pause because you're trying to read what you said, and also take out the sometimes you say it wrong because you said it wrong because you can't read it the first time. So it's labor intensive.
Best time. So how much time have I taken off of editing without quotes?
Oh, probably 5-6 minutes without quotes.
Okay, it's not that bad. All right, good.
I mean, like,
I'll just get rid of them.
You guys have a heat effect too, right?
What?
You guys have a heat effect in Oklahoma too, right?
We have heat effect like every other day.
It's ridiculous, right?
It's normal here. Heat effect is what we do all the time.
Yeah. I went to Texas. I know what southern heat is like.
You know what? They gave us a heat effect in Oklahoma this week.
Yeah.
Because BarbenHeimer blew our face away, and then Barbie was just so hot.
Yeah. Oh.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is the new episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
No, I'm Chris.
And today, guys, we're doing it. We're doing the biggest thing that's happened to cinema in like years,
yeah,
decades, millennia. When's the last time you heard that people were this excited about a double feature that had nothing to do with each other?
I know, and I mean they're complete opposites. BarbenHeimer was what we're talking about, but the thing is, like, I was so hardened by this.
BarbenHeimer.
I was so happy because I was excited for our Barbie and excited for Oppenheimer, and to have people that were so excited to see both, it just brought joy to my heart.
Brought joy. I mean, there are so many. Let's see. There's this movie poster. Here's a movie poster. Yep, there's BarbenHeimer. I don't know why Mr. Manhattan.
I don't know either.
I
guess because he's atomic.
There's BarbenHeimer. There's BarbenHeimer. What else we got? Yep, there we go. There's another BarbenHeimer one. I mean, I did them all. I found everyone I could possibly find. There's on Abbey Road for some reason.
Did you get my post? Did you take my picture?
No, I did not. Send it to me real quick.
Okay. Well, I'll send it to you. But yeah.
What's this? Oh, yep. Going to see Barbie. I thought you'd get a kick out of that one because it's two of your favorite movies.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Yep. Yeah. There's just so much. Oh, and even pro wrestling got into it. That was the funny thing. Here's an advertisement for pro wrestling of BarbenHeimer. Like literally, there is so much. So the first movie we were going to talk about this evening is going to be the one, the only Christopher Nolan's new movie called Oppenheimer with the one and only Cillian Murphy.
Would you like to see my mask? I use it in my experiments. very frightening to a guy like you with these crazies. You can't stand it.
So when did the nut take over the nut house?
This week. Well, he's not faking. Not that one. I'll talk to the judge and see if I can get him moved to the secure wing at Arkham. I can't treat him here.
So yeah, that's from Batman Begins, I think.
Yes, Batman Begins. In fact, I literally just watched that.
Okay.
I was doing the dishes and everything and had it on. I was like,
And I know you-
let's watch another Cillian Murphy movie with Christopher Nolan. Then also in this movie is the wonderful Emily Blunt.
And Daniel, if you want to role play, I only do Patty Pendergast.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Oh, she's an original character. She's a clumsy maid, and she has a catchphrase. Oopsie doopsie, I muffed it up again.
That's really...
Yeah, that's from SNL.
Chris got a lot of clips from SNL this
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
We have no idea why. I think he
Yeah, I
was
don't
just
know
stick
either.
with SNL this week. All right, and then also in this movie, the one guy who's never been on Jimmy Kimmel, Matt Damon.
Right. Let's do the math. Our service mission here was supposed to last 31 souls. For redundancy, they sent 68 souls worth of food. That's for 6 people. So for just me, that's going to last 300 souls, which I figure I can stretch to 400 if I ration. So I got to figure out a way to grow 3 years worth of food here on a planet where nothing grows. Luckily, I'm a botanist. Mars will come to fear my botany powers.
Yeah, from The Martian.
And that was from Thor and Thor. No, wait a minute. That's from Deadpool 2, right?
The Martian.
That wasn't from Deadpool 2?
No, it's from The
Gosh,
Martian.
you should have pulled a Deadpool 2 one.
Hey, but real quick question: who's fucking Matt Damon?
Who's fucking Matt Damon?
Sarah
Who
Silverman.
was fucking Matt Damon?
That's it. Sarah
I'm
Silverman.
fucking Matt Damon. That was Sarah Silverman was
Yeah.
fucking Matt Damon, and then Jimmy Kimmel was fucking Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I do like the fact that she was on fucking Matt Damon, and then Matt Damon says she's fucking Matt Damon. He talks himself the person.
She fucking Matt Damon. She's fucking Matt Damon. Anyway, also in this movie, the wonderful, awesome, ran away from Hollywood and came back again, Josh Hartnett.
Mom, I am not responsible for you! That's it. That's enough. I can't take it, Mom. He's dead. Michael Myers is dead.
What do you want me to say?
That it's over? That we should try to get on with some attempt at a happy existence, Mom. Because all the shit that's going on in your head is leaking out on me, and I can't take it anymore. You told me yourself you watched him burn.
I didn't exactly stay to see his ashes.
20 years. 20 years. Don't you think he would have shown up by now?
Hi.
So yeah, that's from.
It's H2O.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We talked about that movie on the show before. That's
Yeah. When we did the Halloween episode, of course, of course. And then also the wonderful, the magnificent, the new Black Widow herself, Florence Pugh.
Hi, I'm here to get a prescription refilled. Last name Johnson, birthday August 24th.
Okay. For which medication?
The Oxycontin.
It says here you are out of refills. I see you've been on them for over a year now. Your doctor is probably trying to wean you off of them. As I'm sure you know, they can be very addictive.
Oh, really? I hadn't fucking heard that. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's from a Good Person.
Good Person. And then the last but not least, the greatest man. In fact, Christopher Nolan, even in an interview this week, said he was the best actor to ever be casted for a film because he was the perfect casting for Iron Man, the one, the only Robert Downey Jr.
That's my actual friend. He's come to pick me up all the way from Dallas.
Oh, good. Shotgun.
Nope, not us. Just me. We're done. And by the way, it's been a fucking pleasure. But just so my conscience is clear, let me let you know why you're not coming with us. Okay? It's not because you got me kicked off a plane and shot by an air marshal. It's not because you stood idly by as I had my ass handed to me by a handicapped hillbilly. And I am certainly not leaving you here because you almost got me killed during the most important week of my life. I am leaving you here for a far more fundamental reason. I despise who you are at a cellular level.
Yeah, that's from Due Date.
No, it's not. It's from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles Part 2.
It might as well have been.
It's literally what Due Date was. All right, it had to do with like a lady having a baby, but
Robert Downey
literally,
Jr. said that Robert Downey Jr. said that Oppenheimer is the best movie he's ever been in. He says that too.
Yes, supposedly. Anyway,
Okay.
but a lot of people have argued that Civil War was way better. That's the best Robert Downey Jr. movie ever. It was on a vote. It was on a website. Over 17,000 people voted. Just saying, Captain America: Civil War outbeat Oppenheimer. But anyway, and then so the next movie, of course, because it is the wonderful, the awesome BarbenHeimer, is of course the one, the only Barbie, featuring the one, the only stereotypical Barbie herself, Margot Robbie.
And from now on, it's gonna be nothing but short skirts around the house. And you know something else, Daddy? Mommy is just so sick and tired of wearing panties.
Oh my God.
Yeah?
Yeah. In fact, she's decided to throw them all away. So take a good look, Daddy. You're gonna be seeing an awful lot of this around the house.
Oh, baby. Yeah, Mommy. Yeah.
But no touching.
Oh, gosh. How?
What's wrong, Daddy?
So I decided I'd give everyone a boner.
Dude, I am so not allowing you to do clips anymore. Dude, you are sexualizing our podcast.
No, listen. That is the scene
you have done so many sex jokes through clips.
That's the scene that Margot Robbie got famous for, dude. 100%. Like,
it is. But it's not necessary to play on a movie when we're going to talk about Barbie.
All right, fine.
Anyway, I love you.
You're right. Maybe I should have played that clip. All right.
Okay. Anyway, coming up. Also, the guy, main star in the movie Barbie, Ryan Gosling.
No. Can't do that, David. I'm sorry. I cannot, in good conscience, pass on an opportunity to thank that beautiful man for bringing me presents every Christmas until my parents left at a very young age.
I want to meet Rudolph.
Rudolph isn't here, Gina.
Then how the did Santa get here, David?
No, just relax.
All right, that's from SNL also.
Oh my gosh. And also, in this movie as well, one of the greats, one of the awesomes, one of the best people ever in this movie, the one, the only. I love her. I think she's one of the best actresses around. But
comedic actress for sure.
Comedic actress, yes. I think she's just like, anytime she's in a movie, I was like, yeah, I got to see that movie because I know at least her scene I'm going to laugh at. And that is Kate McKinnon.
When you all awoke, were you clothed?
I was wrapped in like a robe made out of warm, glowing energy.
Yeah, like a blanket made out of pure love.
Yeah, a little different for me. I had my shirt I came in with, but my pants were gone. So my coot was out. This full Porky Pig in it in a drafty dome.
Yeah, from SNL again, because Kate McKinnon's incredible.
Yeah, and of course, last but not least, and I'm guessing you definitely got a clip from Saturday Night Live for
No.
this guy.
Nope.
Wait a minute. So you got a Saturday Night Live clip
I was
for
trying to
Ryan?
find.
You got a Saturday Night Live clip for Kate, but you did not get a Saturday Night
No,
Live
sorry,
clip
man.
for the great Will
I
Ferrell.
again, I was just trying to get Will Ferrell. I was just trying to get 30-second clip. I found it though, and you have
All
to
right.
guess. You have to guess where it's from though. Here we go.
I'll guess definitely. Let's go.
Hey, I'm about to tear you a new ass and sew up your old ass.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna punch you in the fuck. I'm gonna make you my bitch's bitch. You're gonna be my grand bitch. Yeah, you're about to get 20 likes on InstaFuck. If I see you around here again, I'm gonna put a hashtag on your ass and see how many hits it gets.
Oh my God.
Hope you brought your Costco card because you're about to get dick in bulk.
This is so dark.
How does a prefix dinner of 5 courses of dicks sound? You eat organic? How about fresh, farm to table, a puree of my balls?
Yeah, that's from what?
Get hard.
Yeah.
I know exactly what that's from. All right, and that's Barbie. Everybody, you know what? Take a listen to Chris. He'll tell you where you can find it.
You can find us online at moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're at w2mnet.com. That's W2 M's and movies net.com. You'll find our podcast among a bunch of other cool ones. Also, we're on Facebook at facebook.com/movies don't suck podcast. We're on Twitter at NTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at NTS Podcast. You can find us on Patreon. You guys want to show us, throw us enough money to get value mo. Go ahead and do that at patreon.com/movies don't suck. We're also on Bonfire. You can get that shirt that Neil has on right now. And
and the new shirt
Yeah, the new
I
BarbenHeimer
just
shirt.
made yesterday. Boom. Oh, wrong one shirt. That's the wrong shirt. That's the one I crap over. Okay, continue.
We're at Bonfire. Search for movies don't suck. Something you'll find our shirts and the cool things that Neil's made. And also,
boom, there it is.
Yeah, that one right there.
See the atomic bomb with the bow on top?
Yeah, it's very cute. Also, if you're watching this YouTube, subscribe, watch this Facebook, like the page. And if you guys want to send us an email, it's moviesdon'tsuckpodcast@gmail.com or info@moviesdon'tsuck.net. And where you find podcasts, you can find Movies Don't Suck and something new. Neil, who are we talking about?
Today, we are going to give support to a place that has been helping around Tulsa after the great storm of June 19th, 17th, June 17th. What day was it? 18th, 19th? I think it's the 19th. Was it the 19th? June 19th?
Yeah, we had that same sort of thing going on at the same time, right?
Yeah, same storm. The 100-mile-an-hour winds destroyed around here.
Yeah.
But a good friend of ours on the show is also one of their employees, and that is the one, the only Wrestle Against Hunger. Now, Wrestle Against Hunger has been doing this for years. They're located at 66th Street, North Tulsa, Oklahoma. What they do is they're wrestling. They're pro wrestling. They are 100% pro wrestling. But guess what they also do? They fill bags of food like that for families to help them in need. If you can see, the wrestling ring's actually behind it.
Yeah.
All that food. But they give to the people in need as they can here. Wrestle Against Hunger has many different actions and many different shows. They play one show a month, which I was recently just at one. The next one, I believe, I'm trying to look for these thumbnails are so small. There it is. The next one, the next one coming up is August 12th, 2023, called Summer Madness Beach Party. You can also go to Wrestle Against Hunger at facebook.com/Wrestle Against Hunger, where you can donate money so needy families can get fed. And one of our favorite people is one of the main wrestlers there. Yeah, Lunchador, who this past last Saturday was my first event I got to go to after my whole crazy elbow incident. And there I am with I got my elbow thing in my hand, if you can see, but hanging out with Lunchador at Wrestling Against Hunger. So if you get a chance, if you're in the Tulsa area, go support Wrestle Against Hunger. They do help the needy here in the wonderful, wonderful area of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Find them again at www.facebook.com/Wrestle Against Hunger. You know what?
What?
I'm straight out of Kingdom.
Well, we're not talking about that first, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. In fact,
I do have a shirt coming saying I'm Knuff. like that's showing up. But yeah, let's
Yeah, first let's talk about a mass murder that killed thousands of people. Let's talk about Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer, directed by Christopher Nolan. You guys know who Christopher Nolan is? I guess you've been living under a rock. He directed Memento. He directed Insomnia. Directed Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises,
Dark Knight Rises,
and,
Interstellar,
Interstellar, and Tenet.
Tenet.
Yeah, and this is Oppenheimer. This is his movie after Tenet. This stars the creepily beautiful Killian Murphy.
Would you like to see my mask?
Also, the just straight up beautiful Emily Blunt.
And Daniel, if you want to roleplay, I only do Patty Pendergast.
We also have the always wonderful Matt Damon.
Right. Let's do the math.
And then we have the. By the way, I didn't know it was just Hartnett until the end of the movie. We have him in this movie.
Mom, I am not responsible for you.
Like his voice broken. That, by the way. We also have RDJ, Robert Downey.
That's my actual friend. He's.
And then, of course, Florence Pugh.
Hi, I'm here to get a prescription refilled.
There's also tons of other people in this. Like I only picked the people.
The list is ridiculous. There's so many. Mackin Blair was in it. Tony Golden,
Alden
Jason
and
Clark.
Henrik.
Yeah,
Kenneth
Scott
Branagh.
Grimes. Scott Grimes is in it. Freaking, there's just so many people. You're just like, and
Do we want to keep some secret?
that my friend is one of the downfalls of this movie.
Oh, it's just too many people, you think?
Way too many people. Like, okay, so
Oh, dude, read the storyline of this real quick.
Yeah, let's read the storyline before Neil jumps into this, because everybody knows that I'm not the hugest Christopher Nolan fan, if you watch this show. But I'm gonna give it a fair chance, and I'm gonna tell you why my opinion on this movie. And the opinion on this, I actually wrote notes. I made it so it's very specific, so you know why I'm not just bashing to bash. And you'll be probably surprised by the number I give this movie to. All right, so the storyline for this is the story of American scientist J. Robert Oppenheimer, right before he developed the atomic bomb that killed over 300,000 innocent people in Japan.
Yeah, that works, and that's part of the crux of the movie too.
And so this is okay.
You want to go first, so I can
You know what? Yeah, definitely. I love you. You get the mic. You go ahead and tell everybody what your perspective on this, because your perspective is probably going to be what 90% of all the critics have been saying out there for the last 3 weeks. So go ahead and give them your view.
Okay, I thought this movie was tremendous. I really did. But guys, just so you know, I did not love Tenet. Me and Neil talked about why we didn't love Tenet. It had its issues, sound editing. This one did not have issues, sad, thankfully, because I was really worried that we're gonna get a bunch of muffled noises and voice. The very talky movie. I will say that. If you guys don't like talking, don't go see this movie. If you guys don't want action, don't go see this movie, because it's a biopic. But one of the things I really loved, and probably I can't get over how great two actors in this were particularly. Cillian Murphy was fucking fantastic, and Robert Downey Jr. are fucking fantastic. They're both going to get nominated. Cillian for best lead, and the RDJ for best supporting. Right? Maybe Matt Damon. I don't know. I thought they were great. I really did. Neil's upset.
No. I'm just biting my tongue. I'm being very nice, letting you continue your part of this.
I thought I saw an IMAX, so I saw, I guess, the way that
it was made to be seen. Exactly. I did too. I saw an IMAX as well.
Yeah, and it looked fantastic. Even with the going through black and white and the color, it made sense, Even the time zones, it made sense. And I was engrossed. I was there for 3 hours. I wasn't bored at all. And I don't want to give anything away, because I purposely didn't read. I didn't know about a lot about J. Robert Oppenheimer before this movie. Just knew he was the father of the atomic bomb. But after this, you sort of see it's about him. It's about the flawed person he is and what he tried to do after, before and after. And I thought I was totally into it. Now, there were times I was like, who's that guy again? what's his name again? What's his role in this? But honestly, with how much I enjoyed this movie, how much I enjoyed this, that's a small gripe to pay when it comes to how much I loved it too. Matt Damon was great. Everyone was in this great, and even people at the small parts, like Macon Blair as Lloyd Garrison, or even Alden Ehrenreich is in it all. I was like, that's that guy.
Yeah,
There,
that's that guy, and that's
yeah, yeah,
that guy. What's
yeah,
that guy doing in this movie?
yeah.
What's it? I didn't even know he was in this. Like,
Yeah, and
yeah,
then
that kept on
I don't
being a
want to give
thing.
anything away because I feel like some of them are kind of like cameos, like, oh, they're in this. But no, man, I was totally into this. I can understand this not being someone's cup of tea. That's 100% understandable because it's long and it's talky and
It's
it's
very
dense.
long,
It's
very long. It's
but
3 hours.
I was all about it. I really was. I was excited and I went at 10:30 a.m. That's why I saw it, and I got it at like 3 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, I'm really hungry, but um, I really enjoyed this movie. It's not a perfect movie, but it's
Mhm.
very fucking good. And
All right,
now
all right. I'm gonna jump
Neil's
in.
yeah, Neil's gonna jump in.
All right, so like the atomic bomb here, because if you notice, right now behind us is Hiroshima.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So just like after the atomic bomb, oh, here's the atomic bomb. Oh, and it's hitting Hiroshima, and here it is after. All right, now
I'll get my. I'm gonna mute my mic just in case.
you
All
don't
right?
need the you don't need the mic because I want your opinion on some
Okay,
of
sure,
this
sure, sure,
because
sure.
I really think this is a good opinion
Okay.
on some of these parts, and it's not that I'm trying to be an asshole and look for the
Uh-huh.
bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, one, beautiful
Uh,
camera work. But I mean, when you have cameras or film that it's so heavy that it's breaking cameras across all of cinema across the United States, it's part of the news stories. We'll get
Yeah.
to that later. But Christopher Nolan has cost so many theaters projectors
Oh yeah.
because of how heavy the film is.
Oh, it's 600 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Okay. The beautifully shot, beautifully shot. Cillian Murphy, not gonna lie, knocked it out of the park. Looked like the bastard, all to hell. Looked like that mass murdering bastard Oppenheimer, like all to hell. What I did not like is that they're humanizing a mass murderer. Didn't like that. Especially since he's a womanizer. It's very clear that he beat his kids. He even gave
No,
away his kids 2 different occasions. Because
I don't think
actually,
they're. I
I
don't
do
think
know
they're
the history.
glorifying it at
I
all.
do know the history of Oppenheimer. I
Yeah, but
do know the real
I don't
guy.
think they're glorifying it. I think they're showing how much of a flawed human being he was.
Oh, no, flawed human being is a fucking understatement. I mean, he caused mass genocide, but whatever. Whatever.
I mean, like
It
when
started
you're hired by
okay.
the. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, but before because one, I'm not a fan. I love cool things from the post-apocalyptic. I like Fallout. I like stuff like that. But again, this was kind of trying to make a guy that helped mass murder like over 300,000 people, 97% of them civilians.
Mhm.
That kind of hit me
I mean,
wrong.
like that means you hate Truman and all those other people that firebombed Tokyo,
Yeah. Oh
right?
no, I blame them all. I
Okay,
blame
good,
them
good,
all by any
good,
means.
good.
It's not just on one guy's shoulders, believe me. But okay, so now the movie specifically, okay. It started as a biopic,
Mhm.
but then it ended up being kind of like an Oliver Stone JFK trying to explain what's going on in the justice system kind of movie. It had an original natural arc, and I believe, and I know the movie was about Oppenheimer, not exactly just the atomic bomb, but I believe if they just came to the conclusion like the bomb was the thing at the end, this
Well,
movie would have been 10 times better.
no, I
Because
think they
then you
all.
just have an hour of just people ranting that
See,
made
here's
no
what.
sense to half the audience.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's just you and I, though, right? Like we
Yeah, yeah,
understood.
and it was just this is my observation because I was in a packed theater.
Okay.
I was in a packed theater too, watching this movie,
But
even
here's the.
though it was 11:30 at night.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So here's the thing, man. I thought the court scene and the committee scene was important because that's part of Oppenheimer's story, a big
No,
one.
I totally
And
get that,
it
and
also it shows the government trying to silence someone who has misgivings where it was made. You know, like Oppenheimer is a flawed human being, and he spent the rest of his life trying to say that we shouldn't have atomic bombs after seeing what it did. You know,
And
and but again, that doesn't excuse him for being this person.
no,
You
no.
know,
And to
but
me,
I thought it was interesting that way.
yeah, and to me, it felt like certain places when actors came in, like this big swarm of people that we're talking about, it just kind of felt like they were checking off boxes in a
Mhm.
plot, and they weren't really. It didn't feel natural.
I
It
disagree
just
with
felt
that. I
like
disagree with that for
I
sure.
just felt like they popped up, and then all of a sudden they're here, and they're like, "Well, I got to say this real quick," and then disappear
Oh, so you thought like
forever.
having the like this sort of cameo, you're like, that's weird. They
Yeah,
just want
they're
to
just
put
like, "Hey, I got to be in a Christopher Nolan movie." It's like that's what it felt like
that
to
was a
me.
little weird because I saw pretty much A-list actors coming there for a second, and I was like,
Mhm.
I looked at my brother, I'm like, is that who that is? You know, be like that because they weren't on the poster. But to me, I disagree with that. I honestly think that I mean
But
it was a little long. It could cut
yeah.
15-20 minutes out of this.
But then the other thing they did not mention, they never showed any pictures of the destroyed Hiroshima after being blown up. They never show any of the people who got radiation poisoning from Alamos, where the bomb was. They didn't show any of the any of the radiation killings of the actual people that made the bomb. They didn't show anything that caused any harm whatsoever from the bomb.
Well, I do think that was also probably a way to not exploit that.
No, I mean, exploit it or
Yeah,
explain it. Because not
exploit it.
once in the movie did they even talk about how all these people died from radiation from working on this thing.
Yeah,
Not once. They didn't even
they
talk about
had
it once.
they had 3 people die, I think I remember correctly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still. And so I'm like, okay, so you're just gonna ignore one of the biggest factors about the bomb. Now the beginning of the movie to me was good. It felt like urgency was going on because you could feel his need to make the bomb and slaughter the people. But after the bomb dropped, the movie just kind of slowed to a snail's pace. It kind of went from an urgency, like everything needs to happen right now. This needs to be. I didn't check my watch until after. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it felt like the first 2 hours I was in it, I was there, I was like, yeah, this is amazing. I feel good. I'm here with them. I know they're about to murder 300,000 people, but hey, I got it. I'm here
And
with the
by the way,
story.
I'm not giving you any away, but there's a scene where he does address the things that happen to people. Unless
Oh
you
yeah, and then he talks about how he has no conscience about it.
no, where it show like
I
where
am the Death Eater. I am the death person of the
I become
world.
death. That's from Vishnu, by the way. It's in the
Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita. I become death, destroyer of worlds, because it is awful what he saw. But again,
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's narcissism. You get it. You
yeah,
get it
yeah,
when you create something like
yeah,
that.
that definitely a narcissist. But I do think that I mean, who anyone would have misgivings after making something that awful, right? But
Mhm.
again, I don't think that they, I don't
I mean,
think.
even in his last interview in 1965, he still defended using it. So
Okay,
I
so
have
here's the thing when it comes to I'm not gonna get into military history, but they had two things. They're gonna drop those bombs that didn't work. They do Operation Landfall, which it was estimated to kill 1 million people.
right,
Operation
right.
Landfall. That was the the estimate of what happened. The deaths of everyone would be 1 million. And so, but again, I'm not a military guy. I don't believe in war. You and I both don't believe in war. So
Your dog does though. He's speaking up. You hear your dog.
you
Your
know,
dog's like I'm in war.
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But
But that's like when we talk about the justification of using it, it's hard to know. But again,
yeah.
I don't think they. I think they show Oppenheimer as a flawed
And
person.
I'm not going to get in the political part of that
Yeah.
or anything like that. But going back to the movie,
Mhm.
I man, you're going to hate this next line because of what you said earlier. The biggest disappointment to me
Was Robert Downey Jr. for you?
was Robert Downey Jr.
Really?
because he started off being cynical, like a shroud creature of Washington. Then all of a sudden he became like the nemesis, and sort of it goes from like the Manhattan Project to the Oppenheimer trial, trying to protect his reputation. Downey then starts to overact a bit, and he
Oh,
just overacts a little bit, and I think that's what makes him stand out of everybody else, is that he gave a little overacting into it, and nothing, you know, I really wish it would have been like a little bit better. Like it's just like, man, I liked him at the beginning, but again, I just think the third part of this movie, the third hour of this movie, if I was to watch this movie again, I think the bomb goes off and I turn it off.
Oh, that's where you at?
Yeah, that's where I end it. Like I don't need that third hour at all.
See, to me, it added to the movie. It gave context to what happened afterwards and the way the world changed after that. Um, but I disagree with your RDJ because I honestly thought he was fantastic the whole movie. But I can understand the criticism for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
and I mean, basically to me, I think this is Christopher Nolan wanting his Oscar.
he might get it. He might
I'm
get
just
it.
saying. I mean, there are plenty of movies better than this movie, like Cocaine Bear, but
Come on, dude, really?
well, at least it was more honest to the story. Anyway,
I do want to. So, taking RDJ out of it, you like Killing Murphy. His role was made for him.
yeah, and Robert Downey. I'm just saying that in the third act,
Okay.
Robert Downey overacted. I'm not saying the entire movie. I'm saying he was really good, and then the character all of a sudden went up like 5 levels. Like it just went from if you're sitting at Waffle House and you're like, yes, I'll take a waffle and some hash browns, and I'll smack you in the face with, it's
Okay.
like it kind of went a little over.
What were your
And
thoughts on
that's it.
What were your thoughts on Damon in this?
Oh, I loved Matt Damon because
Yeah.
he was us. He was
Yeah.
the nonchalant dude that was trying to figure out what the hell they're talking about. And that's a thing I didn't like a little bit, is because they talk so fast in some scenes that when they're explaining science. And I think if they would have let it just linger a little bit or spread it out just a little bit, more people would have understood what the hell they were actually talking about.
So I didn't have that problem. To me, it's just I was able to take it in easier. I don't know, but I didn't have that problem. I did also. I'm not a scientist, but I am science literate. If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I am too. I'm
Yeah.
not a scientist, but I'm very science literate.
What Emily Blunt was great in this. I thought she was fantastic.
Emily Blunt was great.
Florence Pugh was amazing. Oh my god, I love Florence Pugh in this. Not just because she's naked.
It's only because she got naked, you sick fuck.
No, dude, she was great in this. Like I thought. Some people would think her character.
Are you wrestling with your family?
No, not to. I know she was in that.
I was fighting with your family anyway.
Yeah. I thought some people think that she was unnecessary. I thought she was totally necessary for the film. I thought 100% she was necessary to make this film work the way it did. Josh Hartnett, didn't notice him to the end. So happy to see it was.
And her Florence Pugh's story too. I know about this part as well. Man, I can't even say it because it's a spoiler. It's a spoiler for the movie, so never mind. So there's some stuff around her that I'm just like, oh, come on, Nolan. Nolan.
So
you should have pointed that out.
Also, this is I want to say this is written. It was based on a book by Kyber Norton Sherwin, and Nolan optioned it for a movie. Because that's what they basically tell us. Here's what it is. Way Nolan wrote this, and I read this today. He wrote the color scenes were subjective, and the black and white scenes were objective, right?
Yes.
So you see the black and white scenes are basically.
And he wrote it all in first person. Did you know that?
Yeah, which is crazy. Now the objective scenes are basically the facts, no bias whatsoever, right? No one way or the other. The color is sort of like no one's being artistic and showing the shit that how he would have done it, how he saw it in his head. To me, I thought Oppenheimer was, like I said, I thought it was tremendous. I loved most of it, and now I said it's not a perfect movie, but it's something that is Oscar worthy. If it won Best Picture, I'd be totally fine with it, and I'd be happy. But I do also want to see.
I mean,
another nominees.
There's other movies I think should win Best Picture this year, but yes,
Yeah. I mean, are you gonna say it's Barbie? Because I'm upset if you say that. Because
definitely Barbie.
I have 2 things to say. At the end of this episode, I want to give my. Like I said, I want to do versus on the top movies and what they've meant for me after that. But honestly, this movie, it it, it has both these movies actually have reasons why I love movies, and both these
Yes,
movies
it by
exhibit.
any means. It's by any means. I watched it once. Thank you.
Mhm.
Probably never watch it again.
Oh, I'm gonna watch this again as soon as I can.
No, no,
The-
no,
the-
no. I've already watched Barbie 3 times,
I know you
but
have. I know you have. I knew you would.
I'm just kidding. I have not watched Barbie 3 times. I only watched it the once.
You want to watch the times?
All right, let's get some quotes and then we'll get our ratings going.
Okay.
Prometheus stole fire from the gods and gave it to man. God doesn't play dice. Ever get the feeling our kind is not welcomed? You mean here? You mean like physicist? You just needed to get laid. That's all. I won't live my life around to make a mistake. Theory will only take you so far. Hey, you knocked her up? Yeah, you can't keep a good man down. You see, behind the world we live in, there is a price to pay for that. Why don't you have a Nobel Prize? Oppenheimer couldn't run a hamburger stand if he wanted to. Tell him to go shit in his hat. You don't know scientists like me that hold grudges. Oh, you don't know scientists like I do that hold grudges against any questions. Oh, you don't know. Yeah, you're gonna have to totally knock half of that out. All right, so
That's fine.
you don't know scientists like I do. They hold grudges against anyone who questions them forever.
Yeah, 100%. That's actually 100% true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't you worried about? Oh nope, never mind. Never. You're talking about a man who has killed communists with his own bare hands. They won't. They won't fire it till they won't fire it till they understand it, and they won't understand it until they use it. You're the great salesman of science. You can convince anyone of anything, even yourself. 3 years, 4,000 people, $2 billion, a bomb will go off. The world will remember this day. Mr. President, I feel like I have blood on my hands. No burden of proof. What more do you want, mermaids? In this country, you should not hold trial of someone who gave his honest opinion. Do people need a reason to do the right thing? Now it's your turn to live with the consequences. And that's it.
Okay, so my score on this is a 4.5. I thought it was tremendous, like I said, and it's I I know you have disagreements with the last part of the movie, but to me, I thought it was necessary. They're going to tie in the because it's timely in that aspect of one the war happening and also people being misjudged for views they may have held or were close to. So I thought no one did great by adding that, but 4.5 for me. I thought it was tremendous. Neil, what's your score?
4.0. It
Oh,
is a
nice.
great movie. I have my problems with it.
Mhm.
I think it's a little long, and I really think some parts of it were just made for the fact to be Oscar worthy. But it was still a good movie. You
Is
know,
it your favorite Nolan film?
if I took my personal feelings aside about the guy being a genocide maniac,
Yeah.
that murdered thousands of people, um, and I mean all the scientists involved, and I understand. It's that whole theory of, Jeff Goldblum said it best. Sometimes, you do things just to see if you could do them, and maybe you should we, or
Yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
It's like yeah, no, it could. Yeah, gotcha. I know what you mean. Yeah,
You
we
know
said
exactly what I
Jurassic Park.
mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think yeah.
And so that's my only problem. I just Like, if you're gonna make a biopic, make it off of someone good. Like,
I think me no one was interested in the
he read a
complicated
book and
figure.
he read a book and he liked the
Yeah,
book so
yeah.
well. That's what got him started. I believe me, I have 100% uh looked at so many things in the last 3 days to try to get my opinion on this the right way.
Okay. So I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What is the audience
No.
score for? Yeah, I am. What is the audience score for Oppenheimer?
87.
92%.
92%.
And there's
Nice.
audience says Oppenheimer is an intelligent movie about an important topic that's never less than powerfully acted and incredibly entertaining. Okay. Now I'm on the critic score. What was the critic score for Oppenheimer?
96.
94. So pretty close
Okay.
to the critics, so pretty close to the audience, which is kind of weird. But here we go. Critics' consensus is Oppenheimer marks another engrossing achievement from Christopher Nolan that benefits from Murphy's tour de force performance and stunning visuals. Yeah, by the way, I was really impressed that there was no CGI in this. I thought that was incredible. And to me, Nolan is a art house director with commercial appeal. I think he does that. And that's why
Yeah.
I think he
I
wants
mean,
to close with the audience.
when
on
you
this
watch
one.
a Christopher Nolan movie, you can basically tell it's a Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah.
It's like Wes Anderson at this point.
So I'm gonna read a good review and a bad review because I've been liking to do that, right? So this
Mm-hmm.
is from Max Weiss of the Baltimore Magazine. She says, "Thanks to Nolan and Murphy, we see the full Oppenheimer. Neither monster nor savior, victim nor villain, but in the end, just a man." Okay, and then this is from that's 4 out of 4. This is from this next one's from Tara McNamara of Common Sense Media. Like J. Robert Oppenheimer, Nolan is a genius. And also, like Oppenheimer, he may be too close to his subject matter to realize he lost the thread. Yeah. So
Nice.
yeah, so that was 2 out of 5. I stand by my score. I know Neil stands by his, but
Mhm.
we both say this was a good movie.
Yeah, I mean, by any means, Christopher Nolan did his best. At least this time, the end of the movie wasn't the beginning of the movie, and the beginning of the movie wasn't the end of the movie, and the end of the movie wasn't the beginning of the middle of the end of the movie. At least it wasn't like that. Like 4 of his movies. How many movies? 3 movies that he did that?
Yeah, yeah, I know. But I did. Yeah, did you say till the end for the post credit scene
There was no credit scenes.
where Nick
Shut
Fury
up.
shows up and tries to recruit Oppenheimer?
Stop. He messaged me that. There's no don't stay at the end.
Okay, so I do want to mention I want to mention the podcast that did a shout out earlier this week. Cool Kegs on Tap. They gave us a shout out, so I want to give a shout out to Cool Kegs on Tap. You guys can find them on Spotify. They're a very funny podcast.
Yes,
So,
they are, by any means. If you guys ever have a chance, go and check them out. They talk about all the beers, and how to make the beers, and how the
no, they
beers are
don't do
made.
that. But it's Cool Kegs on Tap. They do like really funny skits, like think like 2000s Stern stuff, and then they
Yes, they
also
do.
have like
They do some really good, funny stuff.
yeah,
And
so,
by any means, go over, take a look. It's in a book. It's a reading rainbow.
yeah, Cool Kegs on Tap. Check that out on Spotify. All right, Neil, are you still pulling up news?
Oh, I am, but I got 100 of them. So
Okay.
I actually have 74 news stories.
Well, man, I don't know if we'll see.
No. I'm cutting half of them out.
Okay, all
Believe
right.
me. This is the Movies That Don't Suck in Southern News. I'm going to read stuff to Chris because he's illiterate, and hopefully he can get through it without being stressed out.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right, right off the back, let's talk about the 2 saddest things of the entire week. Let's just get it done and over the back. 2 vocal legends. Like, I know this has nothing to do. I mean,
And then we'll talk about them. We'll talk about them. We got to.
Yeah, but Tony Bennett, the legend himself,
96,
passed
right?
away. 20 Grammys over the course of 70 years. Passed away last week.
He was 96 or 98, something like that. What was it?
96
Okay,
years
yeah,
old.
96.
And then someone passed away yesterday at the age of 56.
Yeah.
Sinead O'Connor, the first one to warn us about the Catholics and the priest, and nobody listened to.
She was yeah.
Instead, they banned her and chastised her, and she was the one that's like, no, they're bad.
Yeah.
They're bad.
Yeah, so rest
But,
in peace, Sinead. I know she had some mental health issues, so I just
Oh yeah, and I mean to this day, let's just be honest, one of my favorite. I mean, nothing compares to you, written by Prince, given to her. She knocked it out of the fucking park. You know,
Yeah.
hopefully they're singing it together in whatever, afterlife they all believe in.
Yeah.
Now another sad news. All the movies are getting moved to 2024.
Why?
Aquaman 2 is getting moved to 2024. The Color Purple is now getting moved to 2024. Dune Part 2 is now getting
No,
moved to
really?
2024.
Fuck.
All these movies, because of the
Strike, yeah.
strike, is all getting pushed back. They don't have exact dates yet, but it is very clear that because of this, they have to move all these movies back because of certain, I don't know if they got to do reshoots. But there might be a bunch more coming up in the next week or so. We're probably going to be able to catch up on all the movies
I'm
we
thinking
missed
about it
this
now.
year. I'm thinking we're gonna have to do some streaming weeks, bro, because
Yeah.
literally all the movies are
And
now
then
getting
what?
pushed
And then
back
what's happens
to
is we're gonna be
2024.
overloaded. Like when,
Yes.
yeah. That sucks.
Yeah, so sad for that. I'm sorry. And here's more bad news. Yep. Over 11 cinemas had to replace their projectors. 11 cinemas had to replace their $1 million projectors because of Oppenheimer was too heavy of a film.
See, I
can't believe that.
I forgot they used film for this because I assumed that IMAX was just digital, like they just did.
Yes.
But apparently IMAX still uses film in some places. So, yeah.
So I can't all the locations. It was reported on X, the new social media, Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter is now X, I guess, if you don't know.
Yeah.
Also talking about Oppenheimer real quick. Nudity in it that you see has been censored in other countries.
That makes sense.
They give them CG dresses and stuff like that. Censored version of Oppenheimer is being showed in several countries, including like India, China, and other countries of the East, Middle Eastern theaters as well. Don't show nudity as well. So there's a bunch of them, and they even showed a picture where she's in a dress and scene where obviously she is not in a dress,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
so sorry for them.
Yep.
Braun Studios, co-financer of the movie Joker and Licorice Pizza, has filed bankruptcy.
Oh.
They are closing the
Ope.
doors.
Ope.
They are part of all the new pizza. Yes. Having explored many options for many months, Braun had no choice but to take the step in the light of its financial circumstances. The last few years have been incredibly difficult for Braun, and things are only gotten more complicated over the past months. COVID was a main factor in this.
Oh, COVID? Okay, interesting.
So, yeah, because you're talking years. It's still only like a year or two from COVID, bro.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
it's a theater. It's a studio. I mean, they get money from the theaters. And let's just be honest. I still haven't. Besides this weekend, I think was the first time I was in a movie that was super packed.
Yeah, it's crazy how packed the theater. So I went to Screenland and it was filled to the brim. I went to the AMC in the following morning, filled to the brim. I haven't been in movies packed forever. Yeah.
Yeah, and to be honest, let's just be honest. This strike isn't helping anything whatsoever anywhere.
Uh.
Because, let's think. San Diego Comic-Con was this past weekend. You know how much news I have from San Diego Comic-Con?
Zero.
Like little to none.
Yeah.
Little to none. Like I have some, but not.
Yeah,
all of
actors
it.
not going to come out and support the industry that's not treating them
No,
correctly.
there's a lot of people that did not.
Yeah.
The Continental will be from the world of John Wick. Its official date release is going to be on the Peacock. It's going to be on the Peacock. The Continental from the world of John Wick will premiere on Peacock on September 22nd, followed by the release of Night 2 on December 29th and Night 3 on October 6th. It is a 3-part event that will explore the origin behind the iconic hotel.
I love that little background on John Wick.
Also, I have another John Wick story. Where's that at? John Wick 4 in theaters in other countries is not called John Wick 4.
What's it called?
John Wick Consequences.
Interesting. consequences.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish we wouldn't have known over here. I wish we would just, you know.
Mhm.
So that's cool. Trancers, a TV series from the 1980s, is getting a reboot. Now, this is stuff I've been trying to say for what, the 4 years we've been doing this, 5 years, whatever, how many years we've been doing this damn podcast. I literally have been saying this for years. Get something that no one remembers and reboot that shit.
And make it
Stop
cool.
rebooting the stuff we like. Give something else a chance. All right, get in there, get stuff. Now, where is it at? I had a whole description of what Trancers was. Now,
Was it
Helen
sci-fi?
Hunt was in the original. It was a side. Transfers is a full moon franchise and has been left hoping for another sequel was hoping for 20 years. So Transfer was a movie in 1984. Tim Thomerson taking on the role of Jack Death, a police trooper from the 23rd century who specialized in hunting down trancers, people who were trained in violent, mindless zombies by psych villain. Death had to travel back into 84 and a villain to justice. And then the next movie, Trancers 2, wasn't until 91. It went from 84 to 91.
Yeah.
And then part 3 was in 92. Part 4 was in 94, 95, 95. But part 6 wasn't until 2002. And then Trancer City of Los Angeles was in 2013. So literally, this is a series that I've never heard of.
Yeah, neither either.
And
Yeah.
I'm really into a lot of stuff. But hey, man, give me stuff I haven't really heard of. Give stuff that the public hasn't really. Reboot that stuff. Stop doing all that stuff. All right. So little people, is it little people?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
the word? Little
Mhm.
people
Yeah.
are fucking pissed at all of Hollywood. And we're talking Wee Man's come out. We're talking
Has the Dink come
Peter
out?
Dinklage.
Yeah.
The Dink has come out. Also Bradley Williams, stand-up comedian,
Yeah.
has come out because dwarfs are gone from movies. We got
Oh,
the
yeah.
new Willy Wonka movie coming up, which is
Yeah.
a CGI figure of Hugh Grant.
Mhm.
We have the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which the Seven Dwarfs are now going to be are all going to be magical, regular sized beings.
Mhm.
And they're pissed because they're like, dude, you're taking away jobs from us, from
Yeah.
from dwarf actors or
Mhm.
little people actors. I'm sorry if I said dwarf and offended anybody, but it's what they said. And
Mhm.
so, hey, sorry guys, but maybe not do that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something cool. Jamie Foxx is out in the
Yeah.
eye again after his massive accident. That still has not been explained what exactly happened, but he's in the limelight again, and he wants to explain why. He explained, I cannot even begin to tell you how far it took me and how it brought me back. I went through something that I thought I would never, ever go through. I didn't want to see myself like that, and I didn't want I wanted people to see me laughing, having a good time, partying, cracking a joke, doing a movie, television show. I just didn't want them to see me with tubes running out of me, trying to figure out if I was going to make it through. But I did go through hell and back. My road to recovery had some potholes, but I'm coming back and I am able to work now.
That's awesome.
And
And also, we don't watch. Are we gonna watch that movie that came out on Netflix that I didn't know came out till like last week?
Which one's that?
The Jamie Foxx movie. The Clone Tyrone.
Oh, we'll look it up. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll figure it all out.
Okay. All right.
Also, Todd McFarlane has given an update. We're in the middle of strike, so I'm not going to promote anything. He's updating, of course, the new Spawn movie starring Jamie Foxx.
Nice.
But eventually things are happening. Then you're publishing the boulder. We're in 90% completion mode to start the movie.
You're right, dude.
Yeah, sorry about. I almost like hiccup and belch at the same time.
You're still not drinking right now?
No, I'm not drinking. I'm just water.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he's trying to figure out when he's going to be able to do it. Who knows? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem has
wait for this.
already has sequels planned, and is starting a new series on Paramount Plus all together
We're
with
watching
all
this,
the
right?
people.
We're watching
Oh,
this, right?
damn straight we're
Yeah,
watching.
okay.
Yeah, we're going to watch Ninja Turtles. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Believe me, if you knew how many Ninja Turtles I owned as a kid,
Oh,
you
dude, I
wouldn't
was
even
a
ask
Ninja
that.
Turtle.
You wouldn't
I was
even
a Ninja
ask
Turtle
that. That was a
maniac.
dumb question.
I was
I about
maniac,
all
you brother.
about all of
Yeah.
them. I had the blimp. Do you remember the big ass blimp?
No, man, I don't remember.
Yeah, there's this big ass blimp toy that was huge, and my friends would love come over and playing it. Also, Paramount Plus, because I think Paramount Plus was one of the only people that showed up to the Comic Con, and that's why we got news. Paramount Plus boss says they're going to do a sequel to Dungeons and Dragons, but they're going to make it a little cheaper than what that was. That's okay, because
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons is a story-based game.
Mhm.
It's a story you make up imaginative in your head. Me and Chris know this. Me and Chris, that's how we met, is through D&D. It's the Fate system, but whatever. It's still D&D.
Yeah, still, it's tabletop, very, very like closely related to D&D, and I'm playing D&D right now. So what? But you know, yeah, it is story based. Honestly, 1%. There are also stories that they put out dungeon master guides for that for certain stories for
We got one.
D&Ds.
We have. I mean, when I lived in Kansas City, I had one of the best dungeon masters ever. Rest in peace, Jeff Schaus.
He's still alive. Jeff is still alive.
I know. I just haven't heard from him
Guys,
like
you
a
guys want to
decade.
also
Anyway.
listen to Meat House. He does a podcast about me called The Meat House. So listen to that too.
Yeah, great guy. Borderlands, the movie, is finally getting a release date.
Finally.
August 9th of 2024. This is the movie star-studded cast such as Kate Blanchett, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jack Black's in it. Like, who else is in this damn thing? I remember there was like a long list. Remember?
Mhm.
There's like a long list of actors in it. I just can't
Oh,
remember who
fuck,
all.
what's
Oh, here it is. Yeah, Kate Blanchett, Jack Black, Jamie Lee Curtis, Gina Gerson, Arena. Gosh dang it! I'm trying to look at these, but they got the names of who they are playing. But anyway, it's a huge list. It's gonna be great. We know it will. You know it'll
Yeah,
be great.
looking forward to it. Oh, Bobby Lee's in it. Yeah, Gina Gershon, Kevin Hart's in it. Yeah.
Yep. A24 delays Problemesta's theatrical release and amid ongoing strides. The Tilda Swinton Nightmare Boss that was set for release in August is now being pushed back. They don't have an exact date yet, but it's being pushed back amid the strikes. Indiana Jones is getting sued.
Why?
Because there is a backpack company that says he was carrying their backpack. Where's the name of the company? Frost River says that the backpack he was wearing was a bag that was basically just their tags ripped off.
Huh.
And redone that he was carrying throughout the entire movie. And they're like, hey, dudes, you can't do that.
Yeah, I guess, I mean,
you can't do that.
I guess, man. Like, I have no, I don't remember even the backpack he was wearing, so. But I guess it was in there.
Right.
I don't not believe the company, yeah. But I guess if it's that much they're suing for, honestly.
Let's see. Okay. The director of The Flash finally gives the reason why Batman was retired. He was retired because he actually had to pick up a gun and kill somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what drove him mad the way he was in the movie. Let's see, where else are we? The Exorcist Believer sequel has gotten a release.
Have you seen the
date
preview
as
for that?
well.
Yeah,
Oh
take
yeah.
it-
Oh
take-
yeah. April 18th, 2025 is when that will land.
What-
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Deceiver is August 20. Okay, what is the date for the new one then? Oh, I hate when they do this shit in fucking articles.
Yeah, 3 of them. Yeah, 3 new Exorcist movies
Yeah.
coming out. It was
October 13th, 2023 will be the Believer, and then the second one, Deceiver, which will be the third one installment in this movie, will be April 18th, 2025.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're definitely gonna see the new Exorcist movies. Yeah, I'm about them. They might suck though. I don't know.
People are saying that the movie that should win the Oscar next year is David Fincher's The Killer, starring Michael Fassbender,
Yeah.
saying that it is very violent, but says it is probably one of the best movies ever put together in history.
What?
It is one of the highest rated. Yes, absolutely, is based on a French graphic novel, and the film is very violent. It's breathtaking from beginning to end. Michael Fassbender is fantastic and deserves an Oscar nomination.
When's this coming out? When can we see it?
We can see it. I don't know, man. It doesn't say that. Of course, it doesn't say that.
Oh, November 10th.
November 10th.
Yeah, November 10th.
Yep.
I'm
November
excited,
10th.
man. Super excited now that I found out
Cillian
coming out. Yeah.
Cillian Murphy wants to be Ken if they make a Barbie 2.
Yeah, he's 46. Let's do
it. Why not? The late actor Jason David Frank, you would know him as the Green Ranger or the White Ranger from the Power Rangers show.
Tommy.
His last movie, Tommy. His last movie called The White Dragon. Oh, The Legend of the White Dragon will be hitting theaters in 2024. Now, I was looking around the movie. I saw the trailer, and I'm trying to figure out if I can remember now who the hell was all in it. But there was like a list of people like, Michael Madison. There's more than
Michael
this.
Madison was in there.
I can't
That's
remember
pretty cool.
everybody that was in it. But in the trailer, I saw it and I was just like, I know that person.
Yeah.
I know that person. I know. It was like, okay, yeah, I know these people. So that's coming out in 2024. We'll review it, even though it looks like it's kind of a B action.
Okay.
Movie. We'll review it. Let's give it to
Okay.
we'll give it to Jason David Frank one last look.
Sure.
James Gunn says, "Shut the fuck up. He's not doing a Justice League movie."
Are you fine with that?
I'm fine with that. He's doing what he's doing. He's got a whole universe to play with. He's
And
having
you
fun.
love. I know
Let
you
him do his
love.
thing.
I know you love James Gunn. So
Also, someone robbed a iconic statue from the Beetlejuice set, and the Vermont State Police are trying to find them.
where did they rob?
As Vermont State Police recently revealed that Tim Burton's upcoming Beetlejuice 2 experienced some unexpected losses after props from the set. The highly intense sequel was stolen by thieves. The outlet noted that, in addition, a 150-pound statue, the offenders also took a lamppost, the feature of a pumpkin decoration. They're not saying exactly what the statue was of, but
So do you know if it's done filming yet?
No, it's
so
not. It's one of the movies that went on with hiatus.
damn it.
Remember?
All right. I just want to see it. God damn it.
Now, the action in the new Mortal Kombat is 100% based off the violence from Kill Bill.
Oh, nice. Interesting.
Now, the producer Bennett Walsh, he's the one that's been doing the writing. He did also Kill Bill. Bennett's not someone who spends a lot of time talking about himself, but is really, really important to this movie. So Bennett worked on Kill Bill, and he knows about blood and knows about ratings and stuff like that. So he was really important and really helped the team collaborate where we needed to be. So yeah, he's the one that talked and put him in the right place for the right time. All right.
Nice sense.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
DC Studios announced new Watchmen and Crisis on Infinity Earth animated movies will be coming out in the near future. They're all aimed for about that 2025 time. I mean, it takes time to draw.
yeah, it'd be a minute. It'd be a minute.
So AMC would like you to know that they stopped the better seating tickets.
Oh yeah, I noticed that, by the way. It's a little classist, I thought. I mean, me and you, we don't even worry about it because we're AMC listeners, but everyone else, yeah. They were like, what the fuck?
But everybody, there's a lot of backering on it.
Yeah. Hopefully the movies like BarbenHeimer, they keep them going, like they bring the...
Oh, talking about Barbie crashed Rotten Tomatoes website by the huge amount of MAGA or whatever, the Red Hat people, all that went there because Ben Sharpo did that little 45-minute review about, wishing it down.
Fuck that guy.
And so therefore, the rating on Rotten Tomato isn't correct by the audience. or point.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what to say. Paul Mescal, the reason he was cast in Gladiators because the director saw him shirtless and saw girls woo about him.
Ridley Scott saw that. I was like, ooh.
Ooh. Yeah. Barney the movie is now going to be more of an adult movie because Mattel's going to be putting out like 45 movies now.
Yeah, I know.
As we said, but it's going to be pointed more towards adults and not towards. It's going to be off-kilter adult story, is what they said.
Okay, I mean, look, Barbie was PG-13, so it's not necessarily a kids movie.
It's going to be more like Being John Malkovich or Adaptation.
Adaptation, yeah. I mean, that's Charlie Kaufman, both of them. I guess I get that, yeah.
Yeah. And last but not least, the best story, I think, because this shows humans being bros.
Yeah.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has made the single largest donation to SAG-AFTRA Foundation Leaf. They will not talk about how big it is, but it's over 9 figures.
See, when you said this at first, you said Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson made it, I was like, the biggest pizza ever.
No. He has supported the strike for the writers and the actors and gave one of the largest donations. Now, SAG, what they'll do is the actors, not like the Tom Cruises or the Dwayne Johnsons, the actors that are like, you see in the back of like an episode of Friends getting coffee, those people, they will support and help pay bills and stuff like that for
like
the actors who are out of work during the strike. Yeah. And so, yeah. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot. Barbie has totally annihilated Dark Knight.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
I know you're happy about that.
I am happy about that. That's the news. Let's get to it. Let's get to the main attraction, the one, the only, Barbie the movie. That was The Movies Don't Suck and Something News. I told Chris some stuff. He did not beat me up because he's in Kansas City and I'm in Tulsa.
It's true. Otherwise, it would have 2 black eyes and I have 3. All right, Barbie, directed by Greta Gerwig. Sure did such things as Lady Bird. You remember Lady Bird? Yeah. Did she make up for that? Are you okay with her now? Because
we'll think about it.
She directed Lady Bird. She directed I should have this stuff pulled up right away. She directed Lady Bird, Little Women. That got on her for Best Picture. Nights and Weekends, and now this is her highly anticipated. Hey, you're putting on your pink shirt. Highly anticipated Barbie. This is also written by Gerwig and Noah Baumbach, her partner, who Noah Baumbach's written and directed. Noah Baumbach's great. I love him. He's done things like, The Squid and the Whale. Marriage Story.
You're a squid and a whale.
Okay, this stars Margot Robbie as a Barbie.
And from now on, it's gonna be nothing but short skirts around.
And Ryan Gosling as Ken.
No. Can't do that, David. I'm sorry. I cannot, in good conscience.
Okay. Also, Issa Rae as Barbie. Kate McKinnon as Barbie.
When you all awoke, were you clothed?
I was wrapped in like a robe made out of warm, glowing energy.
Yeah, like a blanket made out of pure love.
Yeah, a little different for me. I had my shirt I came in with, but my pants were gone.
Also, Alexander Shipp is Barbie, McKay, Nike is Barbie, Harry Neff is Barbie, Sharon Rooney is Barbie, Anna Cruz Kanye is Barbie, bunch of Barbies. Dua Lipa is Barbie in this too. This also stars Will Ferrell as the CEO of Mattel, right?
Hey, I'm about to tear you a new ass.
Simu Liu plays Ken. There's some Kens I don't want to give away, right? Because I think there's also Michael Cera's in this as Alan, which is a bizarre character. I think. Once we go into the storyline for Barbie.
All right, storyline for Barbie. Where are you at? All right. Alan is suffering because Barbie and Ken doesn't give a shit that he exists. Poor Alan is just sitting here the whole time. Why these? Wrong storyline. Barbie suffers a crisis that leads her to question her world and her existence.
So
I guess it's the
yeah,
best way.
yeah. So I'm trying to like, so you don't know, Barbie lives in Barbie Land, right? Um, and Neil's just showing off the shirt that he made. I'm glad. Yeah, I hope people buy it.
Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. I bet.
What are you trying to show? Just okay.
Nothing. Go ahead.
So Barbie, this is a very very fun movie. Very fun movie, right?
This movie is not just fun, it is educational.
Yeah. Is it okay?
Very
Okay.
educational. And because of that education, people are pissed.
Oh, what? Oh, you talking about Ben Shapiro's pissed? Are you?
No, like all of the Republican Party is
Oh,
pissed.
okay. So guys, Barbie's a it. I mean, I'm trying to think about how the best way to put this because it's a bizarre concept. Barbie lives in Barbie Land.
Yeah,
She's
it's
yeah.
no. It's the best way to put this is Barbie is in Barbie World, which in Barbie World, all the Barbies run
Yeah.
everything because that's how Barbies are. You go buy a Barbie, it's it's a physicist Barbie or Dr. Barbie or everything, and Kins are just there. and but then when they come to the real world and kid
Oh
learns
my,
about
the patriarchy. Yeah.
patriarchy.
God, I love that part. Oh, this movie is hilarious. It's so funny.
It is hilarious and it is very insightful. And and if you watch this movie and don't have a sense of humor about it, it's because you're the one causing the problem they're talking about.
Yeah. So it's also it's touching at points. You know, it's also it's gonna make you smile. Like, and that's what we want.
It's going to make you smile. It's going to make you laugh. It's going to make you rethink your entire existence on the planet Earth, which a good movie
Yeah, yeah,
should do. You should question something when you walk out of the
yeah.
gate.
It's it's funny. It's clever. It's got jokes maybe only you and I or adults will get. And so it's. I think it's geared more towards adults for sure. Wouldn't you say so?
hmm
Uh,
I mean, yeah, definitely. There's a lot of there's this whole scene about how Ken is only he knows how to beach. He knows how to beach real well,
yeah,
and he's gonna beach it out.
yeah.
And then Barbie's like, neither one of you should beach it
Yeah,
out.
on the beach. Yeah, so that was. I mean, that was probably one of the biggest times people were howling in the theater. But
Mhm.
it's
Oh my god, there's so many different little like I the theater I was in, man, people were just hooping, hollering, having a
yeah,
great time the
that's
whole
what you want
time.
from this movie. Uh, it it has it has the thing. It's a subversive way of telling a Barbie story. So like you when you go in and you go in blind, you'll come out completely different, thinking what this story's about. And that's what they had Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach write this thing because it's a different way to tell it, and it
And there's so many different surprises and stuff. There are some things that I thought were like Will
mhm.
Ferrell. All right. I love Will Ferrell. But I don't think I feel like some of the things with him was like
I,
reshoots. Like they're like, hey, we didn't get enough of Will Ferrell in this. Let's go
yeah,
back
I thought he was a little
and
shoehorned in there, almost not needed, really.
yeah, almost not needed.
Yeah.
Almost not needed. But Rhea Perlman pops up at one
Mhm.
point, and she was great in her role, which was amazing. I love Rhea Perlman. Um, there's so many cameos of random people. There's one of them I won't talk about because it's super,
It's
super,
and it
super,
I fucking
super
died lying when
funny
that happened. I know what
cameo.
you're talking about.
I
Yeah,
laughed
I did
so
too.
hard. And then I went and found out the story behind why the person
Sure.
cameoed in the movie, and that made it even 10 times better than what it was.
Yeah, but I I can't recommend this movie enough to people unless you're like
Mhm.
especially if you're Republican. I guess I don't know what you have. I don't know if I have why they have a problem with it. Maybe it's just empowered women. You know, like people.
That's the problem they have,
Uh,
Chris. Did you just it's just empowering women. Yeah. I mean, these are the same people that didn't want women to vote.
yeah.
You know, like they didn't want them to own property.
Yeah,
Remember?
It's just I I Ben Shapiro's a piece of shit. I hate him. But
Yeah, he is. But it's not just him in general. It's just seriously, so many people, like the people that had a problem with this was like, no, that didn't happen at all. And it's like, dude, yeah, it did. That's what we
yeah.
did to women. Men suppressed, like, sometimes I hate being a middle-aged
It
white guy.
sucks, man.
I
It
hate
sucks. It sucks so bad.
it sucks so much
Well,
because
no. Listen,
white guys
I
did.
gotta say, it's. I recommend it highly, I guess, because we get things for good. We get things easy to us.
Yeah. I get that. We
But
get all the,
I feel shitty for it. I do. I definitely feel shitty for it.
yeah, like really, it's
Didn't
bullshit.
but
Anyway,
wait, did Will Ferrell remind you a little bit of Mugatu in this one? Just his character. Did he
what?
remind you a little bit of Mugatu in this one? Will Ferrell's character?
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, um, but Ken versus Ken was a very very big part, and there's a whole part of Ryan Gosling
God,
as
that's
Ken.
he's my favorite part of the
He
movie.
was
He's my favorite part of the movie.
he was just he killed it.
Oh, dude.
He killed it. There's part where he's like, "Oh, I'm sad, Ken," and you're like, "Oh, he's sad." Um, he's sad, Ken, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Douchebag, Ken," and it was like, "Yeah, douchebag, Ken sucked."
I I I was smiling through most of this movie. I was also close to crying at points. But it's
Oh, dude, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's a tear that came down my cheek at one point where I was just like I can't remember exactly which one it was, but it was there was a part where I was just like, "That's sad. What the fuck did we
yeah,
do?"
but the movie is it's great, and we need more movies like this in the theater. Like honestly, something this original because people would think both these movies, Oppenheimer and this movie, were very original.
Right.
And these weren't IPs beforehand. Like this wasn't. Not talking shit, but this wasn't a Marvel movie. This was a DC movie. These are completely separate, and they've exploded the fucking box office. They need originality. And the movie fact here is Gosling accepts the role of Ken after seeing his daughter's Kindle lying face down in the mud next to the squished lemon. Ryan took a picture and sent it to Gerwig saying, I shall be your Ken. His story must be told.
Like seriously, this movie, everybody went into it with a fun heart. There's an underlying story, which that's awesome. Great. That's how you teach people, through laughter. You don't have to force it down their throats, with sadness and depression all the time. You can actually tell a story happy, funny, and doesn't over slam the point. I mean, to be honest, was any of it wrong? Were they lying?
No, not at all.
No.
No.
Like when Barbie's roller skating down the freaking way and a guy comes up and smacks her on the ass. That's a very common thing.
Yeah. It's not like it doesn't happen.
I mean, it's not something that doesn't happen.
Yeah, so guys, if you guys want a fun time, spark joy in your life, go see Barbie. It's
See
a
Barbie.
fantastic movie. It's
go party.
But again, I don't want to talk about it because I feel like there's so much things. The part of the joy is exploring this movie for yourself. But please go
Right.
see it.
Yeah, definitely, because there's certain parts, like I even told my wife that like I love the Barbie movie so
You'll go
much.
see it with her, right?
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna
Go see it with her again.
Yeah, I told her, I was like, if we have
Okay, yeah,
time, man, it's
Yeah, yeah.
literally it's dude, it's my arm's just now getting
Yeah.
better. There's so much shit. I got 2 months of shit I'm
Okay,
behind on.
fine. You want to read some storylines? Quote some.
But anyway, yeah, well, I was in the middle of
Sorry.
a point and you stopped
okay.
me and you interrupted.
mute.
But but so anyway, I told my wife, I was like, hey, look, I like this movie so much, and I think you'll enjoy this movie so much. I'm not going to tell you a single thing about it.
Perfect. Yeah.
Like I go, it made me laugh, it made me cry. I had a good time. I left there. I liked Barbie more than I thought I would. Like,
Oh, do you want to show the picture of me in my wife? I sent it to you on Facebook.
No, it'll be $20.
Fine. I don't have that.
Okay, here it is. Here, right there.
Right, that is me. Yeah, that is me.
Yeah, that was you as
Yeah.
Barbie. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. You and your wife in the box. They didn't have one at the
Yeah,
theater.
they have
I was
one
at.
Screenland and the EMC I was at, but with this at Screenland, my home away from home, guys. You guys go to Kansas City.
Dude,
See
was your
Screenland.
theater trashed?
With trash? No, it was
My theater. Like I went and seen Oppenheimer the night before, and then I went and seen and I got done about 1 o'clock,
yeah, in
1:30
the AM.
in the
Yeah.
morning, and then I went back for Barbie at noon the next day.
You must have been tired, dude.
Oh, dude, and the theater was trashed
Wow.
both times because it was just
Okay.
packed. It was damn near packed. It was so. I mean, you know how packed a Barbie movie on at 11:45 or noon on a freaking Tuesday. I was ridiculous. I was just like, wow.
I saw
There's people like on each side of my double seats.
I saw
You
I
know,
saw
like-
Screenland on Saturday night. So it was packed to the brim. The people were great. It was festive. There, hey guys, if you go see this, make sure you be story fit pink shirt, put it on. Let me know I have on. I was
Oh, dude, I don't do that. If you're in my area,
oh yeah.
because I kept on calling them all Machine Gun Kelly
Oh
fans.
god.
I was like, "What's up with all the Machine Gun Kelly fans?"
Oh yeah, well, I sang kills was the Oppenheimer fans, right? Yeah. All right.
Mhm.
Well, guys, Neil, you got quotes, and we can.
Yeah, let's get it going. Since the first little girl existed, there were dolls. Because Barbie can be anything, women can be anything. Midge, yeah, she was canceled because a pregnant doll is just a little weird. Do you remember the Midge doll? Have you ever seen it?
I'd never seen the Midge doll.
I think it was the one where the belly like slid open and there's a
Oh, that's
baby
creepy.
inside that you can pull out of. It was weird. I will beat you off so much. You don't even know how to beat yourself off. Oh yeah, no one's beaching off anyone. You ever think about dying?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Every night is girls' night. You're gonna have to visit Weird Barbie. I don't have a vagina and he doesn't have a penis. I feel amazing because kids don't take things out on their dads.
Yeah.
Why didn't Barbie tell me about the patriarchy? I'm a man with no power. Does that make me a woman?
Yes.
What the real world is never perfect, and that's what makes it marvelous. I got a question. Do you like giant hands come and play with you? No, that's crazy. I like not making decisions. I like not making decisions. It's a spa day for my brain. Here, every night is boys' night. You're either brainwashed or you're weird and alone. I was in a dream where I was obsessed with the Zack Snyder Justice League.
I laughed so hard at that. I laughed so
Dude, so much.
I thought of you. I really thought of you.
When I learned that patriarchy wasn't about horses, I actually lost interest.
I had to laugh so hard. I mean, there's so many times I laughed at this movie.
Dude, and that's terrible. I don't even know what that says. Nobody looks like Barbie except Barbie.
All right. What's your score on this one?
You're gonna hate me because I'm probably gonna be the opposite of you on this.
Okay.
I'm 4.5 on this.
Okay.
This to me is Anchorman. This to me
Oh, it's a
is
classic, right? It's a
Billy
classic.
Madison. This is I can watch this after I watched it.
Do you want a sequel?
I don't know if I want a sequel.
Yeah, I don't want a
Because
sequel.
it'd be like it's kind of like when was it President Obama when he asked Zach Galifianakis if you think they only made one Hangover movie that would be considered a comedy classic.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel with you. I don't think they should cheapen it with the second one. Honestly, my score on this is 4.2. I thought it was great. I thought it was. I think it's. I think more. So I'm going to tell you this. I enjoyed this more than I enjoyed Oppenheimer, but I think Oppenheimer is a better made movie. I'll put it that way.
No, which is I totally understand that,
Yeah.
but I'm going to disagree because there's no CGI in this movie either, and look at that.
I want to live in that. Don't you want to live in that set? I want to live in that set.
I just want to. I don't because I don't know if you saw that fact.
Oh
I
yeah,
think it was
yeah.
the last
Everything's
fact
like
I had.
yeah, everything's super short. Yeah.
But Barbie is 23% larger than everything in Barbieland to mimic the disproportionate scale that Barbie set are produced in. That's why Barbie appears too large. Things like her car and the ceilings are going to seem low in her dream house.
Yeah. So I'm on RottenTomatoes.com right now. What is the audience?
Yeah,
score
I'm
for
not. I don't know. They bombed it. They freaking bombed it. They Rotten Tomatoes even said, "Hey, dude, they screwed it up."
But what do you think it is?
If they bombed it, I'm going to say it's 55%.
It's 86%.
Nice.
I
So
think
they
they
brought
fought
it
back.
back.
I think they
Yay.
fought it a little bit. Here's the audience says: clever, funny, and poignant. Barbie's an entertaining movie with a great overall message. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. As a great overall message.
What's the critic score for Barbie?
83.
89%.
Nice.
Certified Fresh Critics Consensus is Barbie is a visually dazzling comedy whose meta humor is smartly and complemented by subversive storytelling. Okay, I'm really good at reviewing it, but I'm
like this, yeah.
Yeah, Pokemon Barbie.
That's a new video game we need to play.
Yeah, I want to play it. So here's a bad review of it. Right? It says Barbie is a very hit movie with something to say, but the narrative leaves so little room for nuance and interpretation that you walk out with more questions than curiosities. That's from the Michael J. Casey of the Boulder Weekly. But here is a review from Victoria Luxford of BBC.com. It's funny and bright and uplifting. I think it has a lot to say about the modern world, both in terms of feminism and virginity equality. Ryan Gosling really goes all out. So, yeah, I want your Torture Kingdom. Yeah.
Welcome to the Mojo Dojo Casa House.
All right, man.
I love that saying. That was just one of my favorite sayings.
So go out and see Barbie. Go out and see Barbie, guys.
Actually, go see both of them.
Yeah,
this one too. Someone even did the Pink Floyd album.
Yeah, go out and see both movies.
Wait. What's this one say? There we go.
That's funny.
Yeah, because you got to give props to But yeah, go see both these movies. They were both great movies. BarbenHeimer did not disappoint. And make sure to go to our store to buy the "I Survived BarbenHeimer."
Yeah, if you want, Neil really pushing
T-shirt. It's great. It's black. You can get black, pink, blue. There's all these different colors. Not just the black is what's there. You got a total of so many, and you can look cool at your next pool party.
By the way,
you go down and do some beaching.
By the way, when we were mentioning Nolan's films, we forgot to mention Inception.
No, you did.
Okay, sorry.
You announced all of them. You also forgot another one too. Not Inception. The Prestige.
Oh yeah, fuck, dude. Those are both good movies. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sorry guys, but yeah, go watch BarbenHeimer. Go experience BarbenHeimer, please. You won't be disappointed. Neil weren't. I think that's it. You good?
That's it. Let's get out of here for the day, bro.
Yeah, sorry. You can find us all on movies on Suck.net. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/movies on Suck podcast. We're at w2mnet.com. W number 2 M is in movies net.com. Go there, you'll find our podcast along with a bunch of others. Go to Facebook, Twitter MTS Podcast, Instagram MTS Podcast, Patreon.com/Movies Don't Suck. We're also on Bonfire, Movies Don't Suck. And so you'll find that BarbenHeimer shirt along with our beautiful logo shirts. You guys can lots of options there.
There's shirts of our pictures of us naked holding each other in a gay embrace.
Yeah, I think that's also selling that DVD. Never mind. Also, if you guys, where did you find podcast? Oh yeah, I also mentioned go listen to Cool Kegs on Tap on Spotify. They were cool guys, and we'll talk to them soon. And where do you find podcasts? My movies don't suck and something to do. Neil, what are your small businesses?
Small business, you got one? Let us know. We'll sit there. We'll promote you. We'll promote the fuck out of you.
Yeah,
You
we
know
will.
why? Because we like promoting local. We like promoting people that make the world go around. So hey, let us know. Message us. Email us. Tattoo it on Chris's ass.
Mhm.
I don't care. Let us know how you want to be represented right here on our podcast. We'll be more than happy to get you out to our thousands of listeners and our millions of
Yeah,
followers.
we're easy to find. So
That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
and I'm Chris.
And it doesn't matter what nuclear war you describe. Remember, if you're all wrapped in plastic, it's still fantastic. Have a good night. Thank you, everybody that's popped in and out, man. We've had a lot of people pop in and out tonight,
Oh, wow.
today. Thank you very much for watching. I'm guessing it's the Barbenheimer thing.
Yeah,
That definitely
it's
is
gotta
it.
be,
I
yeah.
mean, and so thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good night. Go watch the or listen. Go listen. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple. We're on Stitcher. We're on
We're on
everywhere.
YouTube too. Yeah.
Yeah, we're on YouTube too. If you want to watch the videos, cool. If you just want to go listen, we have over 270 episodes plus. Then I think we have almost 300.
We're
now
288. 288.
288. So
Yeah.
we have 288 episodes altogether of movies that we have covered in the past. Go ahead, go back there, go take a listen, have a good time. And if anything, take care of each other and watch out